NASCAR Unleashed is still back for bug fixes and it made changes into something a little bit pretty weird. So, we're gonna be getting inside of the Daytona International Speedway once again. As before we begin of this video, it's been a while for this decade and it's not a long time ago. So, let's gonna be getting right into this one. But we're ready. It's gonna be for 8 laps in Daytona. Let's gonna be spawning vehicles, and unfortunately it does not working. Let's gonna be spawned the number 24. Now we're really gonna be doing for it's not the first time, but it's gonna be been here since 2021 that I just really play here and by inside of this year because of inside of this one. Let's gonna be jumping in and let's start the lap times. If I just gonna be started to go, it feels extremely lag, but before we're gonna be pulling on to the first, and looks like the acceleration is always smooth, but unfortunately that it should be almost made it into the crash. We eventually crashed the wall because of this a huge amount of lag. Let's gonna be getting around for inside of this instead of going onto the bank. When it lags again, this is got to be something a little bit worse. But the bug fixes keeps on changing, perhaps to this game. So let's gonna be continuing playing for this right now, and instead the speed doesn't change for this one, as because of this for a profile picture of the game changes into ISO speeds and about for 190 miles per hour because we have still a 190 miles per hour, I guess. Now we shouldn't able to get possibly that without players to join. So but before we're gonna be making on to the strategy, let's make a lap times for a further notice. So let's gonna be getting inside of this only one down thing. And probably this car is way more louder than ever, and because of this lag it keeps on, I think this is gonna be very too much. And we probably sure, because the last lap or last 2 laps before we start, I just absolutely using the number 24 Lewis. I think probably William Byron I just gonna be choosing like this one. But first, I don't think we just fail amount of lap times until we approximately failing to do this, and I just absolutely rejoining the game somewhere. Once I just rejoining the game, after that I just put myself into internet connection for the boost performance. Let's try again until it's gonna be the last lap, until that the boost performance fails, that can slightly disconnect. And right now, let's should be to say inside lane before it won't be gonna be what actually happens to my connection. So even we probably sure that we're still heading all the way for it's only one time without having for an absolute problems or what's happening to for in other kinds of heading towards into trouble. So looks like unfortunately there was something trouble my internet connection was. So let's gonna be continue out. When that happens, but if it froze, that's slightly disconnect forever, and because it's absolutely failing, and we won't be able to do like this one before. So let's keep on for our next lap, and it doesn't happen again. But unfortunately, it doesn't stand for staying longer. So if it fails, that we're slightly the end of this video, but the results of the lap times have been failed by a result of extreme amount of lag, and before this isn't gonna be very good as much. Let's take it away for the easy, I guess, and somebody joined the player, I mean joining the game is absolutely causing lag for its very terrifying moment, but this lap time doesn't gonna be a flipped it over for out the day for this as well. If this continues to lag for a while, that resulting for a turn accidentally, that should be resulting for a 15 seconds penalty throughout the line because of all of these mistakes can result a large amount of penalty line and doesn't make it for either for its counting for lap times at all. So once again, this isn't gonna be taking for very much easy, and that isn't very good at all. So if that joins again, and unfortunately this isn't really good for my connection in all years. So let's gonna be staying for its focus. Unfortunately it does pretty not. And because if it's not gonna be chewing like it's trusted, but it's just gonna be keeping myself off the ground and doesn't able to touch the yellow line, and oh no, the malfunctions absolutely started to failing in the round for this one. Keep on spinning it out, and it crashed onto this once again, but the last lap was even failed or completed. So let's gonna be retrying one more, and so on. This isn't gonna be to do for its best results until it's absolutely completely froze of the screen and pops up for literally. So this isn't gonna be taking for us great idea. So even for the cinematic view, it is gonna be really not gonna be look great, or even exposure for the realistic items or realistic materials in around for this mesh. So all you have to do is not going to be taken without for this further ado. Jackson has been joined in Daytona International Speedway, but sometimes it's not going to be pretty to do so as literally possible. So let's going to be keeping us straight as the lap has been completed down, and before this isn't going to be taking for us very great. Jackson has left the game really fast, and Joe has been joined the game literally as possible. This might able to cause for a huge lag, and it's more kind of terrible for this a little bit for one time. So this isn't gonna be very a great idea. So if you viewers doesn't gonna be liking to like on this video, I'm on lap number 6. As before, we're gonna be taking on this one advantage. But before we're gonna be end of this video, let's gonna be resulting for a lap time after a 13-minute stop until 15 minutes onto this video. So if this is absolutely before you like on this video, just if you don't like this video, then probably, so make sure this game is gonna be linked in the description below if you don't want to upload some kind of original content. So we're gonna be in 2 laps to go, and for our last one for this only one thing, probably it's still 190 miles per hour without further ado. Still doesn't gonna be make it all the way to 200 miles per hour, and this doesn't make any sense. So before we're gonna be getting on to the final lap, I wanted to make sure that this game is gonna be linked in the description, so it doesn't mean to be popular again. And someone just literally spawned a car and absolutely failed for so many times, and is about to being froze at spinning, and we're back onto the road again. And because we're gonna be going on to the final lap, and because of all of this lag, if we fail for this last 8 laps, I think this isn't very good for me, or this isn't gonna be for a right lap times as well, because of due to this lap time failure, it is nothing but I just gonna be swearing. This is so swearing of this connection, and because of this only one property thing in this actual game of NASCAR Unleashed, that wasn't gonna be resulting for the lap times of just really fast, as if you're gonna be seeing the time of lap times as well, not the time that you play for this one. So probably if you're seeing for the total amount of lap times, it's not just a total for the previous amount of lap times. We're not going to be heading back into the pits, but Joe hits for a 1 lap only, and because that wasn't going to be in the case, and the final result is going to be something to take around for the final. So as you can see, the lap times, my car is almost going to be completely out of control. So let's gonna be getting right back into the pits, and outside of the pits of outside of this racetrack, let's gonna be seeing around for the lap times either. And because absolutely, if you just see that is absolutely gonna be taking out for us for this one. Where's the fastest lap? This isn't gonna be make no sense. But I just gonna be set the world lap time of 53.754. And what absolutely that he did for almost likely over 1 minute for absolutely Baby King 999.99. It is absolutely gonna be to do like this one. So this is where the end of this video comes from. And because it's been a while, NASCAR Unleashed remastered, that doesn't gonna be making work without for this one sense. To be honest, to be remembered of this game, like and subscribe in this video, and probably this game is absolutely started to becoming old, and for bug fixes keeps on changing of this game. So you can choose anything if you just absolutely want. Where is our new track? And does not really exist at all. So because of this only one strategy, this is the last racetrack should be added on to this game. So probably we're gonna be headed all the way to Indianapolis Nationale Speedway, and I'm not probably sure that we're gonna be completing onto this down right here. So let's gonna be teleportation and around to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we're absolutely end of this video. So the last couple of videos ago, we just made for all Game Pass cars and absolutely even for the Craftsman trucks or Camping World Truck Series as even possible. So if you like for today's video or don't like, just absolutely, this game is linked in the description down below, as if you just always remember or being forgotten in about with this game. So thanks for watching in about with this video, and this is Turbo Concept in the flesh signing off. And if you just let me know down in the comments below, we might gonna be think about it for what is happening for this last year by year 2020 and 2021 between it. And so I'm just gonna be really back in this game next time before the game has gotten deleted too.